Glories to Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. All glory to Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrta Madhya Lila, Chapter 18, Text 64. Vilastala dekitahan gela sesha sai Lakshmi deki e shloka Arena Goshani. After seeing the places of Lord Krishna's pastimes, Sri Chaitanya went to Seshasai, where he saw Lakshmi and reciting the following verse. 65. Yate sujata charandham buram stanishu Vitasanai priya dadhi mai karkaseshu Tenatvim atasi tad jatate nakim svit Kurpadibir Ramati dir Babad Ayusham Naha. O dearly beloved, your lotus feet are so soft that we place them gently on our breasts, fearing that your feet will be hurt. Our life rests only in you. Our minds, therefore, are filled with anxiety that your tender feet might be wounded by pebbles as you roam about on the forest path. Purport. This is a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 10.31.19, spoken by the gopis when Krishna left them in the midst of the Rasa Lila. 66. Tabe kela tirtha deki bandir vana aila yamuna parahana bhadravana gela. Afterwards, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw Kela Tirtha and then went to Bandiravana. After crossing the Yamuna river, he went to the Bhadravana. Purport. In the Bhakti Ratnakara, it is said that Sri Krishna and Balaram used to play at the Kela Tirtha with the cowherd boys during the entire day. Mother Yashoda had to call them to take their baths and eat their lunch. '67. Shrivana deki puna gela lohavana mahavana giya kaila janmastana darashana. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then visited Shrivana and Lohavana. He then went to Mahavan and saw Gokula, the place of Lord Krishna's early childhood pastimes. Purport. Of Shrivana, also called Bilvavana, the Bhakti Ratnakara states, Devata Pujita Bilvavana Sobhamaya. The beautiful forest of Bilvavan is worshipped by all the demigods. About Lohavan, the Bhakti Ratnakara, 5th wave, states, Lohavane Krishnera Adbhuta Gocharana Etaloha Janghasure Pare Bhagavan. At Lohavan, Lord Krishna used to tend cows. The demon named Lohajanga was killed at this place. Mahavan is described as follows in the Bhakti Ratnakara, 5th wave. Dekha Nanda Yashoda Alaya Mahavan Ei Dekha Shri Krishna Chandrera Janmastala Shri Gokula Mahavan Dui Eka Hoya. Behold, the house of Nanda and Yashoda in Mahavan. See the birthplace of Lord Krishna, Mahavan, and the birthplace of Lord Krishna, Gokula, are one and the same. 68. Yamalarjuna Bhangadi de Kaila Sestala Premavesha Prabhuramana Haila Talamala. Upon seeing the place where the twin Arjun trees had been broken by Sri Krishna, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was moved to great ecstatic love. 69. Gokula dekhiya aila mathura nagare Janmastana dekhi rahe sehi vipragare. After seeing Gokula, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu returned to Mathura, where he saw the birthplace of the Lord. While there, he stayed at the house of the Sandodiya Brahmana. 70. Lokera Sanghatha dekhi Mathura chadiya Ekante akrura tirte rahila asiya. Seeing a great crowd assembled at Mathura, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left and went to Akrura Tirtha. He remained there in a solitary place. Purport. Akrura Tirtha is also mentioned in the Bhakti Ratnakara 5th wave. Dekha Srini Vasa E Akrura Gramete Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Chilena Nidritte. Srinivas, look at this village of Akrura. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed there in a solitary place. 71. Aradhina Aila Prabhu Dekhite Vrindavan Kaliya Hrid Radesnana Kaila Ara Praskandana. The next day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Vrindavan and took his bath at Kaliya Lake and Prashkandana. Kaliya Hrada is mentioned in the Bhakti Ratnakara 5th wave. He Kaliya Tirtha Papa Vinashaya Kaliya Tirtha Snane Bahu Karya Siddhihaya. When one takes a bath in Kaliya Hrada, he is freed from all sinful reactions. One can also be successful in business by bathing in Kaliya Hrada. 72. Adasa Aditya Haite Kesi Tirthe Aila Rasastali Deki Preme Murchita Haila. After seeing the holy place called Prashkandana, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Vadasaditya. From there he went to Keshi Tirtha, and when he saw the place where the Rasa dance had taken place, he immediately lost consciousness due to ecstatic love. 73. Chaitanya Pana Puna Gada Gariyaya Ase Kande Nase Pade Uchayas Pade Gaya. When the Lord regained his senses, he began to roll on the ground. He would sometimes laugh, cry, dance, and fall down. He would also chant very loudly. 74. Eirange Seidina Tatagona Ila Santyakaleya Krureyasi Diksha Nirahila. Being thus transcendentally amused, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu passed that day happily at Kesi Tirtha. In the evening, he returned to Akrura Tirtha, where he took his meal. 75. Prate Vrindavane Chira Gate Snahana Tentuli Talate Asi Karila Vishrama. The next morning, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu returned to Vrindavan and took his bath at Chiragat. Then he went to Tentuli Tala, where he took rest. 76. Krishna Lila Kalera Sehi Vriksha Puratana Tare tali pindi bhanda paramachikana. The tamarind tree named Tentulital was very old, having been there since the time of Lord Krishna's pastimes. Beneath the tree was a very shiny platform. Vikate Yamuna Vahe Sitala Samira Vrindavana Sobhadeka Yamuna Ranira. Since the river Yamuna flowed near Tentulital, a very cool breeze blew there. While there, the Lord saw the beauty of Vrindavan and the water of river Yamuna. 78. Tentula tale vase kare nama sankirtana madhyanhana kariyasi kare akure bojana. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to sit beneath the old tamarind tree and chant the holy name of the Lord. At noon he would return to Akrura Tirtha to take lunch. 79. Akrurera loka aise prabhure dekhite loka bide svachande nare kirtana karite. All the people who lived near Akrura Tirtha came to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and due to the large crowds, the Lord could not peacefully chant the holy name. 1880. Vrindavane hase Prabhu Varsiya ekanta nama sankirtana kare madhyana paryanta. Therefore, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would go to Vrindavan and sit in a solitary place, where he would chant the holy name until noon. 81. Tritiya prahare loka prayadarashana sabhare upadesha kare nama sankirtana. In the afternoon, people were able to speak to him. The Lord told everyone of the importance of chanting the holy name. 82. He nakali aila Vaishnava Krishna Dasa Nama Rajaputa Jati Grahasta Yamuna Parigrama. During this time, a Vaishnava named Krishna Das came to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was a householder belonging to the Kshatriya caste, and his house was located on the other side of the Yamuna. 83. Kishishnana karisei kaliya dahayate amritalaya goshanire dekek achambite. After bathing at Kesi Tirtha, Krishna Das went toward Kaliyadaha and suddenly saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sitting at Amli Tala. 84. Prabhura Rupa Preme Dekhi Haila Chamakkara Premaveshe Prabhure Karena Namaskara. Upon seeing the Lord's personal beauty and ecstatic love, Krishna Das was very much astonished. Out of ecstatic love, he offered his respectful obeisances unto the Lord. 85. Prabhu kahe ketumi kahanto maragara Krishna dasa kahe mui brihasta pamara. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Krishna Das, "Who are you? Where is your home?" Krishna Das replied, "I am the most fallen householder." 86. Rajaputa jati muni opare moragara mora icha hoyahana Vaishnava kinkara. I belong to the Rajaputa caste, and my home is just on the other side of the river Yamuna, but I wish to be the servant of a Vaishnava. 87. Kintu aji ekamuni swapana tekinu sei swapna parateka toma asipainu. Today I have had a dream, and according to that dream I have come here and found you. 88. Prabhu Tandre Kripa Kaila Alingana Kari Preme Mata Haila Sei Nase Bale Hari. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then bestowed upon Krishna Das his causeless mercy by embracing him. Krishna Das became mad with ecstatic love and began to dance and to chant the holy name of Hari. 89. Prabhu Sange Madhyame Akura Tirte Aila Prabhura Avasishta Patra Prashada Paila. Krishna Das returned to Akura Tirtha with the Lord, and remnants of the Lord's food were given to him. 90. Prate Prabhu Sange Aila Chala Patra Lana Prabhu Sange Rahe Graha Sriputra Chadhiya. The next morning Krishna Das went with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Vrindavan and carried his water pot. Krishna Das thus left his wife, home and children in order to remain with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. 91. Vrindavane Puna Krishna Prakata Haila Yahanta Hanloka Sabha Kahite Lagila. Everywhere the Lord went, all the people said, Krishna has again manifested at Vrindavan. 92. Ekadina akrurete loka prata kale Vrindavana haite yase kari kolahale. One morning many people came to Akrura Tirtha. As they came from Vrindavan, they made a tumultuous sound. Prabhu dekhi karila loka charana bandana Prabhu kahe kahan hoite karila agamana. Upon seeing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all the people offered respects at his lotus feet. The Lord then asked them, "Where are you all coming from?" 94. Loke kahe Krishna prakata kaliya dahare jale kaliya shire nritya kare panaratna dvale. The people replied, Krishna has again manifested himself on the waters of Kaliya lake. He dances on the hoods of the serpent Kaliya, and the jewels on those hoods are blazing. 95. Sakshate ki la loka nahika samshaya sunihasi kahe prabhu sava satyahaya. Everyone has seen Lord Krishna himself. There is no doubt about it. Hearing this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to laugh. He then said, "Everything is correct." 96. Eimata tinaratri lokera gamana sabheya sikahe Krishna pailuntarashana. For 3 successive nights, people went to Kaliyadaha to see Krishna, and everyone returned saying, "Now we have seen Krishna himself." 97. Prabhu age kahe loka Shri Krishna dekila Saraswati evake satya kahaila. Everyone came before Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and said, "Now we have directly seen Lord Krishna." Thus, by the mercy of the goddess of learning, they were made to speak the truth. 98. Mahaprabhu dekhi satya Krishna dharashana Nija jnane satya chari asatye satya brahma. When the people saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they actually saw Krishna. But because they were following their own imperfect knowledge, they accepted the wrong thing as Krishna. 99. Bhattacharya tadekahe prabhura charane agyadehaya ikari Krishna darashane. At that time, Balabhadra Bhattacharya placed a request at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He said, "Please give me permission to go see Lord Krishna directly." Purport. The puzzled people who visited Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were actually seeing Lord Krishna, but they were mistaken in thinking that Lord Krishna had come to Kaliya Lake. They all said that they had seen Krishna directly performing his pastimes on the hoods of the serpent Kaliya, and that the jewels of Kaliya's hoods were blazing brilliantly. Because they were speculating with their imperfect knowledge, they saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as an ordinary human being and a boatman's delight in the lake as Krishna. One must see things as they are through the mercy of a spiritual master. Otherwise, if one tries to see Krishna directly, he may mistake an ordinary man for Krishna, or Krishna for an ordinary man. Everyone has to see Krishna according to the verdict of Vedic literatures presented by the self-realized spiritual master. A sincere person is able to see Krishna through the transparent via medium of Sri Gurudev, the spiritual master. Unless one is enlightened by the knowledge given by the spiritual master, he cannot see things as they are, even though he remains constantly with the spiritual master. This incident at the Kaliya Daha is very instructive for those eager to advance in Krishna consciousness. 100. Tave tandre kahe prabhu chapada Maria more kera bhake murka haila pandita hana. When Balabhadra Bhattacharya asked to see Krishna at Kaliya Daha, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mercifully slapped him, saying, "You are a learned scholar, but you have become a fool, being influenced by the statements of other fools." Maya, purport. Maya is so strong that even a person like Balabhadra Bhattacharya, who is constantly staying with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, was influenced by the words of fools. He wanted to see Krishna directly by going to Kaliya Daha, but Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, being the original spiritual master, would not allow his servant to fall into such foolishness. He therefore chastised him, slapping him just to bring him to a real sense of Krishna consciousness. 101. Krishna kene darashana dibe kali kale nija brahme murka loka kare kola hale. Why should Krishna appear in the age of Kali? Foolish people who are mistaken are simply causing agitation and making a tumult. Purport. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's first statement, Krishna kene darashana dibe kali kale, refers to the scriptures. According to scripture, Krishna appears in Dwapara Yuga, but he never appears as himself in Kali Yuga. Rather, he appears in Kali Yuga in a covered form. As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 11.5.32, Krishna Varna Tvisha Krishnam Sangho Pangastra Parshadam. Krishna appears in the age of Kali in the garb of a devotee, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who always associates with his internal soldiers, Sri Advaita Prabhu, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, Sri Vas Prabhu, and Radhar Prabhu. Although Balabhadra Bhattacharya was personally serving Lord Krishna, his role as a devotee, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he mistook Lord Krishna for an ordinary man and an ordinary man for Lord Krishna. because he did not follow the rules set down by Shastra and Guru. 102. Vatula nahi yogare rahata vasya Krishna darashana kariha kali ratrayana. Do not become mad. Simply sit down here, and tomorrow night you will go see Krishna. 103. Shraddha kale bhavyaloka prabhustane aila Krishna dekhi aila prabhu Tandhare puchila. The next morning, some respectable gentlemen came to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and the Lord asked them, "Have you seen Krishna?" 104. Loka kahe ratre kai bhartya naukate chadiya kaliya dahe matya mare deuti dvaliya. These respectable gentlemen replied, "At night in Kaliya Lake, a fisherman lights a torch in his boat and catches many fish." 105. Gure haite tahade ke lokera hoya brahma kaliyera sarire Krishna kariche nartana. From a distance, people mistakenly think that they are seeing Krishna dancing on the body of the Kaliya serpent. 106. Mokhate kaliya jnana diperatna jnane jaliyare murhaloka Krishna karimane. These fools think that the boat is the Kaliya serpent and the torch the jewels on his hoods. People also mistake the fisherman for Krishna. 107. Vrindavane Krishna aila sehi satya hoya Krishnere dekila loka iha mitya maya iha mitya naya. Actually, Lord Krishna has returned to Vrindavan. That is the truth. And it is also true that people have seen him. 108. Kintu kahon Krishna dekhe kahon Brahma mane Stanu purushe yarche viparita jnane. But where they are seeing Krishna is their mistake. It is like considering a dry tree to be a person. Purport. The word stanu means a dry tree without leaves. From a distance, one may mistake such a tree for a person. This is called stanu purusha. Although Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was living in Vrindavan, the inhabitants considered him an ordinary human being, and they mistook the fisherman to be Krishna. Every human being is prone to make such mistakes. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was mistaken for an ordinary sannyasi. The fisherman was mistaken for Krishna, and the torchlight was mistaken for bright jewels on Kaliya's hoods. Thus ends our reading for today. All glories to Sripad, Bhakti Madhava, Puri Maharaja ki jai. All glories to Vishnupad, Srila Bhakti Charya Maharaj ki jai. Gaura Haribol. Hare Krishna.